Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is I Love You, Say It Back. We're talking NFL Week 11. Turn me up. Yeah, buddy, we got the sound man, engineer, the tightest braids in the mother game, John, on the ones and twos. How you doing, boys?
Doing good. It's a hard job, but we're making it easy over here.
Why you gotta be sitting next to John, bro?
You gotta be.
You should have sat in the middle today.
I should. No, I like this. This is. I think we got a good little thing going on right here. But
you got beef.
But you got. Yeah, me and you got. No, you guys got beef. We'll get into that. Cowboys, Raiders. We do have the Monday Night Football predictions. That's going to be the biggest game of the year for the podcast. Let's be honest. There's kind of two rudderless ships here, but it's their Super Bowl. Just go easy on them. Welcome inside the podcast. I'm Vic D, going to be hosting this thing, and these are my boys right here. John, what's up?
John Anthony. What's going on, y'all?
Check him out on socials at IOY Say It Back Pod. I'm at Vic D Radio. John, hit him.
John Anthony XIX.
Pre_sing13.
You know him by now, and if you're not following him already on our socials, what are you doing? But also be sure to
talking about.
Be sure to check out the YouTube channel. Be sure to check out the Instagram. We got a fun show for you guys. We have some Week 11 NFL action. There was some blowouts. There was some close games. There were some great comebacks. There were some terrible performances within some close games. We're going to touch on all that. Just quickly want to remind you guys, first of all, thank you for all the people who this weekend we had a little Friendsgiving, and I was talking to people who were showing me that they're like, oh, I'm subscribed to this. And I was like, that's dope. Thank you. I love you. Say it back. And if you're listening and you haven't done so, you can be part of the crew too. Just jump over wherever you're listening, Spotify. Please check out I Love You, Say It Back. Just hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, and let's have fun. Let's rock and roll. Yeah, there was quite a few games. Not a lot of great games, but the ones that were great were not only important games, but they were also good. So we're going to be getting into that. I quickly want to, we have some very skippable games, but I found it very interesting. I really enjoyed last week. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I really enjoyed when I asked you guys last week about our Wednesday Wisdom question from the last podcast. People submit these questions, and I love how people are willing to share their intimate questions. Only because, the reason why we keep it anonymous is because it makes people, sometimes they'll be like, well, I don't want to say this if everybody's going to see my shit, see my name.
Do you know who they are when they ask?
Yeah. Okay. Well, they DM,
of course.
Yeah, they DM me, and they're just, I make sure,
someone's got to send it.
We got to double check that.
That's all I got to.
Do you know who it is?
I thought your PR team looked at it.
Yeah, well, with the PR team is you're looking at the PR team.
CEO, marketing lead.
Yeah. But the question this week, if you guys didn't see it, it had to do with this. I'm actually just going to read it to you guys real quick because I thought it was an interesting one. And I think I respect both decisions, truly. Last week, you guys had very strong stances on where you stood, and I love that. But this one went into cheating and giving second chances. So this one went like this. The other day, I ran into my ex who cheated on me at a Halloween party. We were together 3 years, and it's been almost a year since we broke up. Obviously, when it ends like that, things end ugly. I never stopped loving him, and I never would have broken up with him otherwise. Every other aspect of the relationship was fantastic. I saw us together a long time, and we caught up for a bit, and it was really nice to catch up. He's doing well, just focus on work and himself, and he never goes out, is what he told me. I miss him. Where do you stand on second chances after being cheated on? And it was funny because she was like, be nice, please. She probably heard John last week. I can spot a hoe from a mile away.
Oh, man.
So let me lay out the question. You get cheated on and you love this person. You had no plans of breaking up with them. Do you believe in second chances after you get cheated on? Is there a blanket no situation, or is there there's a situation where I could see it? Yes or no? John, we'll start with you.
I'll go for a woman, yes. For a man, no.
Oh.
So
hold on.
And that's okay. Whoa. So for a woman, yes, you should take a man back. After he cheats.
So if a woman gets cheated on, she should take her man back?
Yes.
But I'm just gonna tell you this right now. Everything we say, you're cool with us clipping?
Yeah.
Okay. I just like I don't want to make this be like, hey, why'd you post that, man? Like, I'm getting cooked out.
Yeah,
here.
I'm a professor, and my students would be like, did you say that about women?
You can spot a hoe from a mile away, coach.
Is that
professor?
true?
No wonder you can see me back here.
All right. Nah, but
What's up, baby?
I'll keep it real.
I've been seeing you.
For men, no, you never want to take the woman back. But that goes back to what men value. Men value different, it's like they say when a man cheats, a woman always asks, well, do you love her?
Yeah.
And mostly the guys always gonna say, well, no, she's nothing to me. I didn't, whatever.
Man doesn't cheat out of
but when a
feelings.
woman cheats, the man's gonna ask, well, did you guys have sex? You know, and that's in a nutshell tells you what men and women value. So for a woman, I'm just gonna tell for this girl right here, almost every guy you're gonna get with is probably gonna cheat on you. You just gotta find the one that's worth, getting
coming
cheated
back to it.
Oh shit!
And that's
They're not gonna like this one, John.
It's the
I'll tell you
truth.
this right now. But I love what you're saying.
Go test the market and go find a guy that you think is swell and see how it goes. About 90% of them are gonna cheat. That's just the reality, especially in this day and age.
Not I.
And this, I'm going like a little segue.
Yeah.
I'm going to segue into I think Instagram is like the #1 cheating platform. It's designed.
It's just so easy
so
to
many,
do it, bro.
It's designed for that way. So
distractions
I think if you're really getting serious, I think you should just make new ones and add friends and family only, and just keep it that way.
We can talk about that's
a whole different. I go on for hours on that. But I would say for this girl right here, take him back. See if he really changed. I'm not saying let a guy just cheat on you over and over and over again, but if you've been together for 3 years and you catch him once, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna.
That's passing.
That's
passing. A plus.
He's only used one of his 4 lives, four cheats. He's still got 3 more.
He's 965 for 966.
Yeah, he's balling.
How many days did he not cheat? That's impressive.
That's the
3
real
years,
question.
365 times 3. What is that? 1,000?
Yeah, nah. That's to me. I think I wouldn't be able to take somebody back that's cheated and I don't think. Now this is a crazy question because I've been not saying I've been in a situation, but also I feel like if you cheat, obviously you can everyone. It's the thing they say is like if you do it once, you'll do it again. But to me, it's like if you're with if I'm with a girl and I cheat on or whatever, or something happened, it's always gonna be there. Like it's hard to move on when that person's whatever you do from now on. Every time he leaves the house, every time he's missing for a second, every time he doesn't text back, every time it's like, all right, what is he doing? To me, you don't want your partner to feel that way, or if you're being serious with him. Like you don't want to be with a girl if she ends up being your wife one day. Like you don't want her to live that life. Like every time you leave the house, it's like, is he cheating again,
bro?
That's not fair.
No, absolutely.
So
I agree.
I could be in a situation where okay, something happened. Even if you're taking a break, something happens, and then the person like, yeah, I'll take you back. But the girl when you're with her, like you can see it in their eyes, like that's not fair to them. Every time you leave, because it is easier, like you said, girls are more emotionally attached. To guys, if a girl cheated, you're like, all right, did you have sex with him? Did you do anything with him? Did you was there feelings involved? No, fuck it, right? But a girl, to me, I wouldn't want my significant other to have that feeling of, what is he doing now?
No, and
I don't think that's fair. I wouldn't be.
Obviously, I'm not condoning cheating.
Yeah,
but we're on limited time. I could drag it out and
come back on Wednesday. Join us for these segments. These are what drives that podcast.
I could explain it in further detail, obviously, but my thing is when it comes down to the nuts and bolts, the brass tacks, a guy after overtime is probably gonna cheat on you. But my thing is you need to find a guy that's like, you know what? I love this cat. Maybe one day he does cheat on me, but he's gonna be worth it.
Do you think
out of all the selection I got out here?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Not everyone's perfect. It's whoever's just picking the one that's worth it. But I don't know. I don't. Obviously, we don't know what every relationship's going through, but it's tough to rebound from that. I don't think a relationship's ever the same after. It doesn't matter how hard you try.
I agree, and you brought up a fascinating point that I think I had thought about in the past. That maybe you found the right words for. It's like, when a guy cheats, it could be like a very emotionless, drunk night, whatever. Not that any of this is okay, is what you're saying. Yeah. But it's like I felt nothing for her. I don't care about her. I don't want her. It happened. But girls tend to be a little bit more like, if they do that,
selective.
They're already emotionally attached to that person.
It's like pre-planned. They know who they're gonna do
it's
with.
Crazy. So it's like when you bring up the point of like, if a guy does it, he should be forgiven, versus if a girl does it, it means a lot more than just a one night. That's a crazy point that I will give you credit for, that I didn't really like. I think it's valid. You know, as crazy as it is to say out loud, that's why I love having these conversations, because everybody online will be like, no, never. It's like we love to pretend to be so perfect online, but then you have these serious conversations, long form conversations, where it's like, no. Let's break this down. When a woman decide to have sex with someone, it's more than a physical attraction.
100%.
Most of the part.
I think it's already, like I said, it's pre-planned. It's already, they know who they're gonna do it with.
Yeah.
If it ever comes down to that.
And they do say, there's like studies that show like I forgot, like 70-something% of women in a relationship have like a backup option in case something goes wrong, which is a wild thing to like even consider, to think about when you're actually in a relationship.
It's crazy because I know we probably feel the same way. We don't even think about stuff like that. Like, oh, I got to back up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is, I could take it so many ways, but then I always break it down the type of guy that you have. I think as a woman, if you want, you want the guy that's charismatic, social, he has a social life, people like to speak to him, and then you're rolling the dice.
It comes with stuff.
You're rolling the dice on that. He's funny, makes you laugh. It's somewhat intelligent, whatever it is that he has that makes him attractive to you.
It's going to be other people too.
Exactly. You're not the only one.
Yeah.
If you got that kind of guy, you kind of know what's coming, for you. Now, but the other guy, which some girls also got, is my man, he doesn't do anything, doesn't really go out much. He's boring. He has
less opportunity.
He's safe, right?
Yeah,
he's a safe guy.
Yeah.
But then they're discontent, and because
they'll end up cheating on a guy like
then
that.
They want other guy
because he's boring.
Yeah,
so it's what do you value? Like, would you rather be bored and safe, or have fun and roll the dice? I think you can break it down into, not every guy's like that, right? I'm oversimplifying, but I'm saying like for the majority, right? Yeah. I could categorize, if for this girl, this guy probably sounds like a fun guy, and she missed his energy, his vibe, how he got down, and whatever it may be that she's into. And then she tests the market. She meets other men, and then they don't really do it for her. She meets this guy again, and now she's getting those feelings back. She remembers how it was to be around him and things moments, like that.
Bro. So in my head, the way she worded the question, she wants to be back with him. Like she's almost like in her head, she's already made that choice. And I was like, you need to go through with it. Not because I think you should always give men a second chance, but you're going to do it regardless. And the more people tell you not to do it, meanwhile, you're fighting these feelings, it makes it harder. So I was like, you know what? You need to go back either to see if he's changed or to realize that he's simply not the one.
I think to me, it's just, there's two ways. One, everybody knows themselves. I wouldn't be able to do it because I'm gonna keep thinking about the girl doing that.
Yeah, and you're
if you're strong enough, if you have the willpower to do it, and you're mentally strong enough, go back. If you know you're not, don't go back because you're just gonna hurt yourself.
Yep.
And like girls will be like, "I'm taking you back," and then they're always bringing that shit up.
Yep.
Like, so
it's like if you're gonna bring it back, be mature about it. Be like, let's
it's not gonna
really
work.
give it a fair chance.
Yes.
Exactly.
So
My
that's
thing is,
2 ways. Yeah.
Be a grown woman about it.
Exactly.
Talk to him. Like, you know what? Like, I can't help it. I'm attracted to you. I like you. I really like you. I want to be around you. I want us to hang out and do this and that. You say you've changed.
Dick probably good.
You say you've changed.
Yeah.
I'm skeptical about it, but I'm a grown woman. I want to make this decision.
Yeah.
She clearly wants to fuck with him.
If you're strong enough, do it.
Be straight up about it.
But if you think,
and then when you approach it that way, and when you're kind of like positioning in a way where you kind of expect him to go back to his old ways eventually,
then it's gonna happen.
Then it kind of like makes a guy like, nah, like let me prove to you that I'm not.
But that's
when you back off. But when you're so on him, it makes him want to just.
Oh my gosh,
go do it.
It makes him want to spread their wing. Absolutely, I could not agree more than any of this. But I do ultimately we talked about your point, and I think your point is absolutely valid. And it's one that I brought up as well, Preet. It's like there's certain things you can overlook in a relationship. You weren't giving me the proper time. You weren't giving me this. Things you could work on, you could fix. You're like, you know what? I will make more of an effort. More, you know what? But cheating is a different kind of, you're like, you can go and be like, no, your relationship is no longer going to be like, hey, I'm going to go have a casual drink or a girls' night. And that's not fair to anybody if you're really trying to make a relationship where it's not worth it to anybody. It's like, well, now I can't trust her.
Once you lose trust, it's over. To me, once you lose trust, I don't know how everyone else is. When people like are okay with stuff like that, I give them props. Like, you're strong. I can't do that. Like, and if you should know yourself.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put myself in that situation if I know I can't handle it. You know what I mean? Because when you get back, it's that little honeymoon stage. Everything is fun. You're back.
You missed each other.
You're going out. You're doing stuff.
Sex but then, great too.
Exactly. But then once it comes down, then you start thinking about the old stuff, and you're like, damn. Then it's gonna, But there's people that can do it.
Yeah.
There's people that are mentally strong that can do it. If she can do it, if she feels like, hey, I'm mature enough to do it. Do it. Fuck it.
I love it.
Like you said, you can only find so many good people that you connect with. So
yeah. And again, we can go on all this. We can go on about this topic all day, but we'll try to touch on it a little bit just at the beginning of these podcasts because I think it is fascinating, and I think you guys bring some really good perspective and life experience. So
cheat at your own risk.
Cheat at your own risk. Except take back at your own
Disclaimer.
risk. Disclaimer.
Yeah.
But yes, let's get into our NFL Week 11. A week where there were some big games, but also some duds. And let's start with some of those duds. We'll go to Thursday Night Football. This was a dud, but to me, there was something impressive about this game. And I'm talking about the Jets 14, the Pats 27. The game was boring. The game was, there was a little bit more life because the Jets actually, those division rival games always, you kind of, who's going to win, but you're like, well, you never know. The worst team, all the money's on one team, whatever. But Pats 27, Jets 14. To me, the most impressive thing about this is I like when good teams, which the Patriots have proven to be a really good team this year, they go out and handle business type shit. They're like, to me, it's equally as impressive to beat a bad team than it is to beat like a really bad team. Simply because look at the Bills. The Bills got up. They were hyped. They were ready. Thought about it all week. They go out to beat the Chiefs. Next week, what do? They lose to the Dolphins. So to me, when you handle business against good teams and the teams that you're supposed to beat, to me, that's impressive. And I know on paper it doesn't look impressive, but to me, that's what I look at as a mark of a good team and a good culture. What do you guys think on that game?
Same.
Yeah, not much other.
Yeah,
otherwise.
I think the same thing.
Yeah.
This win is I guess they're like the stamp of approval. Like they're legit. They're real.
We all agree. Yeah,
they're beating teams that they should beat, and that's what all the teams that you should take serious. They do those things.
Yeah.
And like we've seen, the Bills, we thought they were for real, and then they lose to the Dolphins. They come back. This week was a different story, but that them fluctuating like that and being inconsistent.
It's gross.
It's not something you want to hang your hat on when it comes to.
I'll give you an example of a team we can't.
Yes.
But the Pats are handling business. They won 6-7 in a row.
Yeah, they're all.
I think we all agree. Same thing. Like I think I always say this about Green Bay because they do the opposite. They never show up. Like the games where they're supposed to win.
Yep.
Get in there, handle business early. Last quarter, let the second stringers get out there and
13-point favorites to the Panthers. That's enough on that game. Commanders, Dolphins. Two teams, two rudderless ships. The only thing that I will ask you guys, and you can give me the only thing that's kind of interesting on this one, was the first ever Spain game. One, it makes me question why the hell are we sending the shits of the league over to? This is why they're like, we're trying to grow the game, and then we send them a backup quarterback in the Commanders, and then we send them to who's a dead man fucking walking. What do you guys think on that?
To me, that's. I wonder the same thing, but then John, both of you guys said, you guys had a pretty good point where you said they're not going to send Cowboys Raiders because they already have a fan base. Right. They're sending teams that they're trying to grow.
Yeah.
So they're trying to, which is kind of, it's like pros and cons to it because now motherfuckers in Spain are probably like, this is football. I'm going to go watch soccer.
Yeah. There's a reason why they always send, there's a reason why they always send Jacksonville to London.
No, it makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
They need fans. They don't have a lot of fans here, But
if you're trying to bring somebody to
the Commanders and Dolphins.
Yeah.
So they're not really going to send, the Cowboys, the Steelers, the Eagles, the Chiefs. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I think and even then the games out there just have never been really good. I think we finally got a good one. Was it last week with the Colts?
It's like we're like 1 for 11 on these games, and it's just bad.
And we'll talk about.
Wake up, and then it's 10-13. You're like, oh, good thing I didn't watch that damn game.
I think we should talk about this later, obviously a couple weeks, whatever. But Commanders are. Last year playoff team 3-8. This year that's couple teams like that.
I think
They're just
they
fell
should
off.
not even be trying to win. Load up that offensive line for Jaden, get better draft pick. So I guess long story short on this game, congratulations, Dolphins. You're worsening your draft stock. Last quick question, yes or no? Did Mike McDaniel save his job on this?
He extended it. I think he'll stay the rest of the year.
Yeah, I think he bought himself some time.
Yeah,
for sure. But
Do you want? I think he wants to leave. He needs a fresh start.
They just don't look. They look like just uncomfortable,
And Tua's
man.
not the guy.
No way.
For long
yeah,
term.
I think having Tua though, that's he squeezed out whatever juice he could,
Yep.
and he did the best he can with this guy.
Yeah.
I would like to see him stay and get a new QB.
Yeah.
Tua, I think if Tua was on the Browns, he would be out the league 2 years ago. So
Yeah. Moving on, next game. Texans 16, Titans 13. Still looking for their first win. Am I correct?
No,
on
they
that?
got one already.
Who they get it with? That's
They
embarrassing.
beat.
The Raiders.
I forgot. No, they lost to us. I forgot who they beat, but
they beat, I think, like a team that, well, they're always the underdog in every week, but they won a game.
did they beat
Yeah.
not Vikings? They beat somebody.
Yeah, that's random. But yeah, really not much to take away.
Texans defense is great. So
Texans-
They
that's all
beat
that-
Arizona.
That's all that there is to take out of that.
They beat Arizona in Arizona. Sorry.
Texans defense is great, and it's going to be interesting to see what version of CJ Stroud we get when he comes back, because the
that's-
defense ready to go. I think offensively they need a better run game, but they're starting to come alive. They're starting to put points up with their backup quarterback. Not this week, but last week what they did was interesting. So I guess all we can say right now with them with the backup quarterback, it's let's see what happens when CJ Stroud come back. Panthers, Falcons. This Falcons just
Dude, another team like the Commanders.
Panthers 30,
What's up with the
Falcons
Falcons?
27. I mean, the Falcons, a game that they should have won. Granted, their quarterback got hurt. They can put
It
up
doesn't
points.
matter, man. This team's
The Panthers are a lot worse on the road. They're good. If you look at their win, they get their wins at home.
Yeah.
They're a bad road team, so that's why I picked them to win. Falcons just can't. You can never trust the Falcons. I can't, like, for the life of me, I can never take them serious. I don't know what to make of the Pan. Like, I feel like I can't trust either of these teams.
I think it's the coaching. I think you got to get, what's his name?
D'Amico.
For the Falcons.
Oh, is it Art? No, who's their coach?
Raheem Morris.
Raheem
yeah.
Morris. Get Raheem Morris fat ass out of there. And you guys they got to get a new
Offensive-minded
coach.
Because they got a lot of
Because
weapons.
they have pieces.
Yeah.
I think in the draft, if they hit on one superstar or they get lucky, I don't know, they draft well, and a couple pieces there with the new coach, I think they can do some things. I think the quarterback situation is going to screw them over from having any immediate success in the next year, 2 or 3, especially the contract that they gave to Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
that can
that's
screw them
killing
over.
them.
But the Panthers, I like the culture they're starting to have there. They won a close game in OT. I think Dave
on the road
Yeah, Dave Canales
as an underdog.
Dave Canales might be a dark horse for Coach of the Year. So,
No, they're 6-5.
If
If
they
they
can
get like
keep it
10
up,
wins,
but
Yeah.
taking this team to a winning record is
that's what I'm saying. If they
is
can
a-
get
a
10
feat in
wins,
itself,
man.
Yeah, that's it.
Because people were saying Panthers going to be the worst team in the league for the next 5-6 years.
And then Bryce Young is just tough to buy into, man. But
he's
You can't even pass over.
it's just
200
though he
yards.
looks he's a little kid, but he got like 3-something this today.
yeah,
He's been
he
balling.
almost went for 400 today. He was like 390 something.
You can see the talent that everyone's seen in him. It's
Yeah,
there.
you can see why he was the number one. He's just short. But anyways, moving on. Bears 19, Vikings 17. An absolute dud of a game until the end. It got crazy. It got interesting. There were some turnovers. And I'm going to say this. I've said this from the beginning. I know John feels the same way. I don't remember where you stand on him.
I don't.
JJ, yeah.
I took Bears week 1 when they played. Remember in Monday Night Football?
That's
It's the same game.
Yeah, JJ McCarthy.
JJ went crazy in the
I
fourth quarter.
I just can't
Yeah.
trust him. I don't see it. And now the Packers are leading that division absolutely crazy.
The Bears
Bears
are.
are. Bears are leading the
Yeah.
division.
Is that what I
Packers.
said?
You said Packers.
Oh, I'm sorry, my
You
bad.
meant
The
the
Bears
Bears,
are leading the division. And if you would have told me at the beginning of the season
I thought
that
they were.
But you know what?
halfway through they're going to be in the
Oh,
lead,
yeah, no.
But you know what?
crazy.
This is where they're gonna fall off because they're like, oh, we're actually up here. We're this high. They're like, oh shit, we're this high. Now they're gonna start shaking. They're gonna panic. They're gonna lose games they shouldn't. I think next week, don't be surprised to lose to the Steelers.
Yeah.
And Vic gets happy.
No sad.
Or if it gets sad,
Oh no, we won.
and then they're gonna get waxed by the Eagles. So
Mike Tomlin's
enjoy it while it lasts, Bears fans. Have a good little
Bro,
ride.
I feel the same way. Bears, they keep winning the weirdest games. Caleb's not doing anything to win games. I feel like Ben Johnson's not putting him in like, yo, go win us this game. They're just it's same thing. That's not the same thing, but they're just squeaking by. But it's gonna catch up to them. You can't keep winning like this. It's not.
I'll give Ben Johnson credit though.
No, he's balling.
They're a little streak.
He just needs
he's
to
10, 11 games in. I love what he's done.
I'm not saying he's doing bad. I'm saying like I think because he's just trying to secure wins, which is cool. But Caleb hasn't been in a situation this year where it's like, hey, go win us a game. It's always like because today they were at the 50-yard line. He could have let them throw. They got one more first down. They win that game. But they just they're handed off, punting, let the defense do their job. So even when they won, I don't know if you guys watched it, they had like a 60-yard kick return. They ran it 3 times and hit the field goal. Like, it wasn't like, all right, Caleb, go get us this win. We're down 1 point.
Yeah.
It's going to catch up to you, though, because then you start playing good teams, good defenses that are going to be like, hey, let's stop the run. Let's see what Caleb has. And he's talented. I'm not saying he's not.
Yeah.
But it's going to catch up to you.
It's crazy because you can see the fucking arm talent. Dude, sometimes I see him move in the pocket and I throw, and I'm like, bro, he have the best arm in the league, bro?
He's talented.
Like,
but
he doing it moving. And
maybe Ben Johnson is strategically like, hey, I'll let him loose when he needs to.
I think his footwork is terrible, though. I think that's...
Yeah, like in the pocket,
there's something he doesn't trust for sure.
In the pocket, he's got no. But I'm saying when he gets outside of the pocket, it's almost like
it's almost
like he's better right now.
It's gonna come back because you can't keep winning.
He doesn't have
like
that little X factor, you know.
But you can't just keep winning like this. That's what happened to Buccaneers. They kept those comeback wins.
Yep.
It's just hard to maintain that type of winning.
To sum that one up, I do think and I do see it's almost like 8 to 10% improvement on something with the Bears every week. It's like. Yeah, Caleb's not there yet, but you see them getting a little bit better and a little bit better in this and small things. So, going to be interesting to see how they actually end up because they're not blowing teams out. They're just eking out the win. So, we'll see how that division shakes out. They won, I think,
4 times or 5 times where they came back and won in the last 2 minutes, which is the most. So.
And what I will say with the Vikings is I feel bad for the Vikings because I think this is a Super Bowl roster. I think right now you don't see it because of the quarterback play, and that's how important quarterback play is. When you have Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison is nasty, bro. TJ Hawkinson is a good, solid tight end. He who has done nothing this year. I think and then the run game is good enough to when you have a good offensive line, which they do, but the quarterback just can't distribute. And their defense is filthy. I think they're a Super Bowl team that is coming up way short. And then you see what Sam Darnold's doing it's got to make you think like.
It's a similar situation to Atlanta, bro. Everything is ready to go. You're missing a quarterback. But these are the quarterbacks you drafted, so you have to.
I know. It's like you have to give them the belief, but it's like when you don't see it.
Well, you got to draft somebody.
That's why you got to do. Yeah, this is just who they get.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do we do?
All right, moving on. Chargers. Oh boy, could this be is this the BTA? Would you say this?
Yeah, this is belt to ass game of the week. I mean, Chargers are gonna charge.
Chargers 6, Jaguars 35. But it's not Justin Herbert's fault, bro. He got hurt. He has no line.
Play the violin.
He doesn't have
world's smallest violin. It's always something with the Chargers. I mean, each year they got no line. Then the line gets hurt. Then Herbert gets hurt.
Oh, it's not his fault.
Then the Keenan Allen's hurt.
I think Justin looked really good today.
Then the defense is good. Then the defense all of a sudden is not good.
Fuck Vic. He does this shit to both of us, bro. I was picking between this game and I was like, you know what? I'm picking Jacksonville because I hate the Chargers. And then I just heard Vic, bro, you can't pick with your heart, bro. Just what do you think is gonna happen? And I was like, Chargers gonna win. And look what happened.
Oh god.
They do this shit too, bro. When you think they're gonna win, they lose. When you think they're gonna lose, they win.
That's unbelievable, though.
But
that's not a close loss.
I got a same thing I was doing to the Ravens.
And
I gotta
the Jags continue to be the weirdest team in the NFL.
Dude. No, I got the same thing that happened. Yeah, they're 6-4. They're 6.
Exactly.
They're 6.
You get all or you get nothing.
They beat the Chiefs. They beat the Chargers.
Like Brian Thomas going for 100 or he's going for 0?
Or or 100 drops.
Or he's catching 2 yards.
Yeah.
100 yards or 100 drops. But Chargers, like I said, I did say this with the Ravens. Chargers are their whole offensive line is injured. So
yeah,
I'm sure this win feels good for Jags fans. So.
It does. It's just like
where
6-4, bro. They're right there.
Where do they end up? Who the fuck knows? Moving on to the next game. This was one of the 2 really standout games. The Buccaneers 32, the Bills 44. To me, this was an absolute must win for the Bills. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. If you want to right the ship, you're gonna have to get it right. And boy, did Josh Allen deliver for my fantasy team
in a historical way. So
was it 6 touchdowns?
6 touchdowns, 3 on the ground and 3 in the air.
Yeah.
He's so hot. Josh Allen.
so hot.
You have a spot I will stand right here so you could have this seat, buddy. Welcome to my fantasy.
He
team.
balled out,
good.
but you know what? This would have been a big win for the Bucks.
Huge.
It would have been a huge win, but they continue to just not show up against good teams.
But they're also hurt, man.
That's their thing, though. But they have their quarterback. If you have your starting QB,
They're hurt.
you
They
should be able to win
they
some
lost
games.
like 3 in a row now.
You got Igbuka. Godwin was in, right?
No, he's hurt. He's done.
He's still hurt.
Well, he's done. They put him back on the IR, I think.
Fuck, he was hurt. He was in for one game then, huh?
I don't even think he played at all. I think he was just practicing. He
Who?
might have
Godwin? I thought he was in last week.
He came back for one game and then he went right back on
Oh,
IR.
he's done, man. His ACL.
I mean, they scored 32. You can't ask for him. What else?
Yeah.
Do you want from?
Yeah,
the
this is
offense?
one of those like Josh Allen must win.
They've been scoring their
everything.
defense. It's just weird. It's crazy
It's
because
surprising to see the Bucks put 44 on their
their
head.
defense has not been good this year. Even the games they won, it's been Baker coming back and scoring more than the other team. It's not. I don't think their defense has held a team. I mean, I want to see that.
And let me ask you boys this long term, because this was a big game. They had to win and they did win. But what I'm starting to get scared about the weapons for the Bills. Who the fuck?
He doesn't use them, bro. He wants to run. Josh Allen's on some weird shit, man.
But they don't got
Who do they have?
He
Keon
doesn't-
Coleman isn't delivering. Shakir, I mean,
Keon Coleman was a healthy scratch this game. He didn't even play.
He missed.
Yeah,
so
he missed
what
the
happened was
practice,
he missed practice, and he came to the game and started dancing. You see, what's his name? They're like lineman, offense OT, but he called him out. He's like, you can't be dancing and shit. Like he was like dancing in the warm ups, like
I think
messing
it's
around.
Darwin something.
Yeah. He was like dancing and messing around, like, and he's like, bro, it's like your 4th year. You got to get it together.
yeah.
He is very immature though. You know, he thinks he's like
Keon Coleman?
Yeah,
First round pick, diva, but
bro,
without
look who's
the production.
I just
But
feel like
the Bills continue to play up to their talent if they to their opponent's level
Or down, yeah.
If they play up or down. If they play a trash team like the Dolphins, they play down. If they play a good team like the Chiefs, they're gonna play up, but still lose in the playoffs.
I still
They
feel
always
like
beat them in the regular season, always lose in the playoffs.
I still feel like they're like the whole focus is to get Josh Allen all the credit, which is taken away from the receiving. I don't care what
and
anybody
it
says.
doesn't work long term.
But yeah, I don't care what anybody
Regular
says because they
season,
had
yeah.
because they had Stephon Diggs.
You're not gonna win.
They had
games
Diggs. They didn't use him. They kept making him look like the bad guy. Same thing Chiefs did with Tyreek. Because Kincaid's a talented dude. He had one good year. They were like, okay, he's getting a little more hype than we like. This is still a Josh Allen show. Let's calm that shit down. And then they just went
I don't know.
completely
I think
away.
they would be dying to have a weapon, bro.
I don't know. They've had weapons. They don't use them.
What I wanna know
Their
is-
whole offense is Josh Allen looking for running. That's what he wants to do. He wants to run or make a crazy spectacular play. It's no in between. He don't get like nobody has more than 10 targets, bro. You threw the ball like if you want a weapon, you got to give him the ball.
My thing is like, where does their money go?
They
Where does
don't.
their cap
Their
go?
defense. They got a lot of
Yeah.
like they pay a lot of like DBs and stuff.
To get 32
Safeties.
dropped on them. Like my thing is,
Oh, it even not. But I
I
like
don't know where their
I
money
love
goes
Josh Allen
on offense. I mean, their line,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
No, I love Josh Allen just because obviously they're I hate the Chiefs, so they put up a fight against them. But I don't like the whole he doesn't have weapons because when he does have weapons, they don't use them, bro.
I don't like the AFC this year.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
tough.
like
It's
I don't
tough.
like
Even-
anybody in the AFC. I don't trust nobody.
the
else.
Ravens, baby.
Sticking with the AFC action that we're talking about, another contender coming into the season. Ravens at the Browns. Ravens 23, Browns 16. Shador sees his first action. The Ravens,
First and last.
the Ravens win, but it wasn't an impressive win.
wasn't
They were down
impressive,
for most of this game, and it wasn't until Shador came in and looked horrible. Let's talk about Shador Sanders. 4 for 16, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 sacks for negative 27 yards. That he came in, and that's when they finally started taking over the game.
I thought they were always going to come back, but obviously just everyone's thought so. The Ravens are big old favorites, but Browns have a good defense. They make everyone look like this. They beat the Packers. They always give teams
Miles
trouble.
Garrett is on a historic.
That's what I'm saying. So it's hard to judge your offense off
Crazy.
because the Browns defense is nasty. They're
Yeah.
like corners, but I always thought everyone thought Ravens were going to win this game. They were 7.5 point underdog, favorite. So
Yeah, there's not much to take away from
nothing
this game.
crazy. Yeah, I think they got the job done. It was they're just looking for the bigger picture. They're just trying to get these wins out of the way.
And the Ravens better pick it up. So
the Ravens, I feel like, are a must win. Like what the Bills were in this week, the Ravens are pretty much the rest of the season.
Must win the next 4 or 5 games for sure.
Exactly. Let's move on. Bengals 12, Steelers 34. I'll take it.
Oh,
Boys. Turn off your mics.
man.
Turn off your mics, boys. I got it from here. You know what? The rest of the podcast is just going to be this. So you would think like, oh my gosh, yeah, 34 points and 12 to the Bengals. So the frustrating thing is not obviously I'm happy that we won, yes, but the consistency of
You don't look it.
like the consistency of why did they do this? Why did they look like incredible against the Colts? Then you have a weak O-line against the Chargers. You put up a dud, bad offense, whatever, and then you come back. They beat the Bengals. They cover the spread. They look great. Defense, offense, everything looks fantastic. My point is, you're capable of this. You're capable of the Colts team. You're capable of this team handling the games that you're supposed to, but you don't do it week in and week out. That is exactly why it's almost like we always joke about the road to 9-8, and it's almost like once we start getting hot, we start looking good. Let's regress a little bit just so we stay right above 500, eke into the playoffs and lose in the first round, just like the last 10 years that we've been doing. So yeah, we handled business. None of this changes how I look at this team overall, long-term season, like my long-term season view. And Aaron Rodgers got hurt. We'll see if he's out for a couple weeks. Good thing it was his wrist on his offhand, not his thrown hand. So he should be back. It's just going to be a matter of like how long it takes that old man to feel comfortable. Because, you know, that is a hand that you don't throw with, but you do land with it a lot of times. You catch with it. You do, you know, so, and it's a mental thing. You're like, you know, but I don't know if you guys have anything to say on this game. To me, it's just more inconsistency.
You think they'll be better with Mason Rudolph?
Maybe for a game or two. I don't think they'll be better. I think Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback option that they have. That's not my point. It's we know
more of an organizational.
It's more an organizational, like deep, like structural issue.
I got a question.
Tomlin's got to go.
Question for you: If you had to choose, right? Would you want them to do whatever you want them to do? Like Tomlin leaves, they get rid of quarterback, they restart, but they do that. But they have 3 or 4, you know, rebuilding years. You okay with that?
1,000,000%. To me, that's a direction. To me, that is a plan. Fighting to get to 500 to stay in the middle of the pack is not a plan. It's what we've seen the last 10 years. See that it's not frustrating that I'm not pissed off about wins, bro. I'm pissed off about getting to the same place and like seeing the same movie script. It's like, we're going to blow out this team, and then we're going to lose to the bad team, and then we're going to go here and go here, and end up here and get to the playoffs and get blown out, not really have a competitive chance. To me, that's a structural, deeper issue with this whole thing. And unless you guys have something else to say, I'm ready to move on.
Nah, they won.
Yeah.
Go win.
Shut the fuck up of the week, me talking about the Steelers. 49ers, 41 on that ass. Cardinals, 22. I caught a couple glimpses of this game, and I thought I felt like any time that the Cardinals were making moves or had a good play or they had a couple touchdowns that were called back, it was like holding,
bro.
10 yards.
They
and I was like,
the Niners.
You know, it was, but look, the 49ers they didn't
LGBTQ.
leave it down. It wasn't a close win. They went out, they dominated. Brock Purdy looked good at aspects. And again, coaching looks good. I picked the Cardinals in this game simply because I like what Jacoby Brissett is doing with that offense. The 49ers defense is depleted, and I didn't know what we were going to get from Brock Purdy. So that mystery was like, let me take a chance on this. Didn't work out. They look good.
Yeah, this game was fool's gold. You know, the Cardinals beat the Cowboys, and they're supposed to be a playoff team now. We just make everybody look good. So I knew the Niners were going to win. I did not know it was going to be a blowout. I'll be honest about that, but this Niners team, I hate the Niners. I really do. I'm a Cowboy fan. You guys know that. But they're impressive. They're really impressive of what they're doing and what they've done this season, given all their circumstances. They've had the injuries, and they have a great record, and they're still smacking teams left and right. You can't say the same about the Chargers. You can't say the same about, you know, other teams like the Bengals. But this is probably the best coaching staff in the league. You got Shanahan, you got Saleh. You know, they look like they're everything in their front office is running smooth.
Yep.
I think they're probably like a piece or two away from being like a serious contenders again. but
They just get their injured players back.
I think this is a dark horse team, though.
I don't think so.
I think this is.
I don't think so. Not at all.
I think they
I don't
just
think
they
to
gotta,
win any. Like I don't think to win a Super
to
Bowl.
make some noise.
Okay,
yeah.
so then what do you mean dark horse?
NFC Championship.
To make a noise.
That's
yeah.
crazy. I don't think that they have the team to get there. I think
they're
gonna get there to the playoffs because they've had the easiest schedule that
They
I've
have
ever seen.
exactly what I was about to say. Yeah.
And so they're structurally sound enough. Their coaching is good enough. Brock Purdy is good enough to beat these bad teams. Even Mac Jones, we've seen it. He's beat the bad teams. So I think when you talk about fool's gold, I was thinking you were going to go with the Niners being fool's gold, where it's like, look, we see them winning these games and looking good. But how are they going to look against the real playoff teams in the NFC?
I trust.
This happens
I trust
every year.
that coaching staff, though.
No, they got a good
I hate
foundation.
them,
Yeah,
but
they got
I
a great.
trust them
I hate
because my thing is, who else is impressive in the NFC?
No, I get what you're saying,
Seahawks.
but they're not.
in their own division.
I can see the. I can easily see.
Anybody can win one game.
I can easily see
no.
the Niners beating the Seahawks.
You're
I
out
can
of
see
your
the-
damn-
I can see-
not this version, not this injured version of them.
They're still winning games though. They're still
Regular
winning
They just got an easy
games.
schedule.
in spite of it though.
Easy
in spite of
schedule.
all the
No, I get what
injuries,
you're saying.
their record 7 and what 3, 4,
7-4, yeah.
7-4. That's
No,
impressive.
again hate them just as much as you.
Trust me, I don't like
but-
them, but I can see them.
No, they
beating
have a
the
good
Rams,
foundation. Their coaching
beating
is
the
good.
Seahawks.
But they do have an easy. They have the easiest schedule this year. They have an easy schedule every year because the league fucking loves them. And they're gay. No, gay. No,
And that's the podcast.
I'm sorry, I didn't say that. Beat that out. No, but yes, they just have easy schedule, and then they, like I said, they get to the playoffs and they meet a real team, and bye bye.
Yeah, but
I mean,
it's
they'll
interesting.
lose,
But
they'll
you
lose,
got-
they'll
no.
lose to the Eagles. In
But
the
you're right.
playoffs, like
You got to
always.
respect their obviously their coaching is really good. Their foundation, and they have is such a well built machine where one you can just plug anybody in and they're gonna keep going. It's not like damn we lost this guy. It's breaking apart. So you got to respect that.
And we all agree that they are coaching structurally. They're there. That's not the issue. I just think they're too injured. No Ayuk, no Pearsall, no Bosa, no.
I think even if they
Fred
weren't
Warner.
injured, yeah. They just don't got that dog
If you
in
told
them.
me that they had those guys,
Nah.
I'm changing. I might agree with John, but right now they're too hurt, and those are the dogs that you need in the playoffs. But regular season, you can get by on strategy and play calling and all that stuff.
But we've been saying that since week 2.
But
They got an easy ass.
Their
schedule, man.
schedule. I come back
Cardinals
to their
got their whole
schedule.
teams hurt too.
Yeah.
James Conner's hurt.
But
Kyler's-
who's easy
Nobody
now?
ever talks about the other
Panthers?
teams.
He wants to hype up the Cardinals because they beat. He's like, "Hey, Cardinals are dangerous, bro. That offense is Hall of Fame."
I said the Cardinals suck. I said the Cardinals.
Okay, look, Niners beat New Orleans, Cardinals.
bad.
They beat the Rams. That was good. They beat Atlanta, which we've seen what Atlanta does. They beat Giants, and then they beat Cardinals again.
Yeah,
Like they're beating one team that's over 500.
yeah.
Well, the Rams are one of the best teams in the NFL.
No, that was
But that
good.
was a weird
They beat
divisional
Seattle
game
week
with
1.
their
They beat
third stringers.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what a dark horse is. They can do that in the playoffs.
no, they can, yeah.
Let's move on. So speaking of those two teams, I think you're talking about like who's really running away. I think both of these teams I would pick over the 49ers injured team. Seahawks. This was the matchup of the week, and I think in a weird way, it kind of lived up to it. Not in the offensive showing that we all expected, but
Defensively and
yeah, defensively it was incredible. So Seahawks 19, Rams 21. Sam Darnold proves why people don't trust him in the big spots. To me, I picked him, and then I was like quickly reminded. I was like, this guy's having an MVP caliber type year, and then you put him in a big game, big situation, and it's just like dud. It's 4 interceptions, no touchdowns. However, they were a field goal at the last minute, at the last second, away from winning this whole thing. Crazy. That just tells me how good that team is. Even when Darnold plays like that, they still had a chance.
This Rams defense, I mean, I think they're probably the best in the NFL right now. The Seahawks has a good defense as well. We know that. But for the Rams to do that to Sam Darnold, who has been balling out for 2 seasons straight, this one included, last season and this season, man, they're doing pretty good. So
just 2 playoff teams. I think it was a good defensive game by both teams. That's it.
It was a good
Anybody
game.
could have won the game.
Not in the way that you expected
Yeah,
it. We
I mean,
expected a little bit more.
There's going to be
offense, but
games. Everyone's going to have games like this. So
and division games, that's how they always go. Speaking of division games, let's get to the Chiefs 19, Broncos 22. Neither team looked totally impressive. Here's what I'm going to ask you on this game. Broncos are looking. Their record is looking good. I don't think the team is looking good. I think their record is looking good. But let me ask you this: I feel like the Chiefs were in a must-win situation. Is there a chance that the Chiefs miss the playoffs altogether?
Yes.
Zero chance.
I've been saying the Chiefs are on a downfall. You guys have been saying they're the best team ever. Let's keep that on record. They might, if they squeeze into the playoffs, they will. But I don't think they're. I think they're. Travis Kelce's slowing down. People are starting to. I mean, Mahomes is still good, but they're losing games now. They're 5-5. When are we?
That's true. That's
Rasheed Rice has been back. They've lost 2 or 3 games in a row right now. So everybody falls off at one point.
The NFL is about who gets hot at the right time.
Exactly.
100%. They always get hot at the right time.
And I think they're
for
only
the
going to
past
get better.
6-7 years. So I'm not worried about them.
And then they do have the defense to do it too. So
we'll
it's
see.
just
But
like, you know.
I'm gonna say right now they don't make the playoffs.
Okay, I'll put it this way. I think the Chiefs have been looking more impressive than the Broncos. I don't think the Broncos have looked that good. I think they have the roster, but
I think
Yeah,
Broncos
they haven't looked
defense.
good.
Bo
The eye
Nix,
test.
Bo Nix will be the downfall of the Broncos.
He hasn't been terrible. I mean, he's
Make him throw
but
35
he's been
times
bad.
a year.
But their
He's not
defense is going to win them games. And I think if the Chiefs and Broncos keep playing, the Broncos, I mean, like they play 10 games, Broncos will beat them 7 out of 10.
You're wild. Dude.
Their defense knows how to handle the Chiefs. That's just, we've seen it today. Bo Nix he had 0 touchdowns and they still beat him.
Yeah.
So
Eagles 16 Sunday Night Football. This is a game that we were watching as we were doing our prep. Eagles 16, Lions 9. One of the absolute worst calls that I've seen to end a game.
Oh, yeah.
That offensive pass interference, literally to end the game. Go watch that video. Go like
AJ Brown, yeah.
Insane. That's what ended the game. Eagles keep winning in a very Eagles fashion. Like, I don't know. Do we trust this? This is what the Eagles do. This is how they win. Do you wish you were seeing more from them, or are you guys good with this? Do you think that they can repeat with how they're winning or playing right now?
I mean, it's ugly. Like, it's wins where you're like, they shouldn't win this game. Or you keep thinking, oh, they're going to get caught. They're going to get caught. They're going to get caught. But they haven't yet. They're still winning. That call was bullshit. But refs do that all the time.
The Eagles, I hate the Eagles. You guys know I hate them. Fuck the Eagles. But they just find a way to win every time.
Yeah.
Whether it's a shootout, 32-30, they win it. 16-9, 14-17, 20-21. They find a way to do it. They mesh well. Defense knows when to step up. Offense knows when to step up. Seems like every time they have their backs against the wall, something works out for them. They get the kick, they get the call, they get the 30-yard pass from Jalen Hurts out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So it just
30 out of his 100 yards.
I don't know. It just,
30 out of his 100 yards, yeah, for real.
yeah, all in.
It's crazy.
All in one little, one critical moment.
But they keep winning that way. That's a
winning,
trick.
so
That's
we'll
a
see,
trick. Yeah, we'll see how that whole. And then the Lions division is going to be interesting to see how the Bears are in the lead. But we'll keep an eye on that one. All right, let's get to it, boys. Monday Night Football. The biggest game of the year for the podcast. Stand alone. No ifs, ands, or buts. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cowboys going to be in Vegas taking on the Raiders. The Cowboys are favored to win this game. 3.5 points. Quick update on the records. You said I was in the lead. I'm at 10-7.
10-7.
John was in second place at
8-8.
8-8, and you're not too far behind. You picked it up.
7-9, baby.
Last week we all were on board with the Eagles. Got that dub. We'll start with you this week. Who do you got?
This week I'm gonna go
with your heart.
Yeah, no. I already know what's gonna happen. We should be losing, but the Raiders are gonna do what the Raiders do best. This is gonna be Pete Carroll and Geno's one big win of their careers here. So I think the Raiders come out and get the dub at home. And everyone's like, yeah, we're only 4 games back. Here we go.
Ooh.
And then next week,
official pick, you're going?
I'm going with the Raiders.
Ooh.
You done? Come on, man. Give me a break.
Easy,
Cowboys all day. You already know what's going to happen. Nobody's talking about this, but you'll see tomorrow. We finally got some pieces coming back on our defense.
Go watch our story on our Instagram.
Siobhan Revel, baby.
Say a name.
It's not a made-up guy.
Siobhan Revel, give him time. He's still a rookie. He's coming back from a blown out tire. His ACL's cooked, but he's back. We got overshown, and we traded for, we all know, Quinnen Williams.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be big.
You know, I'm curious to see how that line does. I got the Cowboys winning in 37-17.
So covering the spread.
Everything.
I think we're gonna blow these cats out.
Just like you guys know,
Brock
everything's
Bowers is gonna cook. Take the overs on Brock Bowers because nobody on our team can guard him.
you know.
He's gonna go for 120 and have 2 touchdowns. The 2 touchdowns that they have are gonna be on him. Junty's not doing anything. So
You know what happens when everything points at one team.
Exactly. But unfortunately, I'm going with the Cowboys as well.
Yes.
The reason
I
why
love it.
I like the Cowboys in this game is because they are notorious. This is what the Cowboys are. They are known to be the bullies to the terrible teams. They face the big bully, another bully, and they fucking cower. But they face the Raiders, and they all of a sudden, yeah, I mean, it's a backhanded compliment, yeah. But this is what the Cowboys do. They beat up on the bad teams. I'm sorry, Preet. The Raiders are one of the worst, and they're gonna put up points. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a close game. Look, the spread tells you, like, Preet made a good point about this. He's like, the spread should be higher. Why is it only 3.5?
They're trying to get everyone on the Cowboys. And where I'm from, bullies get bullied. Who says that?
Vegas.
Wichita, Kansas.
Who says that? Who said?
Preet? I don't know.
Zach Randolph.
But I got the Cowboys as
Gary,
well.
Indiana.
The main streets of Gary.
I'm from Gary. Where Michael Jackson's from.
Where
Punjab, India. What?
where football started. but yeah, so those are going to be our Monday Night Football picks. You guys want to go watch the game somewhere? I know me and you might meet us in the second half, but where are we going?
He might when they'll be done 21-7 at half. He's not showing up.
Oh yeah, I'm not showing.
What do you want to do? You want to do? We can do Yard House. We can do Firehouse. We could do.
Whatever, I'm down.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. But we'll be out watching the game. Those are going to be our Monday Night Football picks. So it's going to be fun. And then keep it locked on our socials at ILY Say It Back Pod. I'm at Vic D Radio. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Follow the boys.
John Anthony XIX.
Pre_sing 13.
Smash that like button. Follow the podcast. We are on Spotify everywhere. Hit that follow. I love you. Say it back. Gonna be a fun Monday Night Football game.
Cowboy Nation, baby.
Two
Let's go.
terrible teams are gonna just go at it, baby. Let's go. Terrible teams. Terrible defenses. But if anybody could make that Raiders offense look good, I'm telling you.
Geno time.